Hey, it's Birdman for Birdman on the Mountain, hanging out here once again at the Porsche station. Here it's for the Sholo Community Shout. This morning going to talk to a few different people, but we're going to start it off with a business. Now, it's not a new business. It's a business that everybody knows. You've heard the name probably hundreds of times if you've been up there, if not... But it's under new ownership, and that always changes some things. And even as much as it might be the same, things are always going to change. With me, I've got Charles Croy. Now, a lot of people know you, huh?
Yes, sir.
So we're going to talk about Black Bull, aren't we?
Yes.
Yeah, and then we're going to introduce some things about Black Bull that are going to be a little bit different. You're going to have another name attached to it, but some things. But let's talk about you first of all. Where did you born, raised here?
I was born in Tucson, but I came up here when I was around 10, 11 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Went to Sholo for a little bit, and then when my dad relocated us up there to Blue Ridge, and spent the rest of my time up there. Graduated from Blue Ridge in 2000, and I don't know what else. Yeah.
Very cool. Awesome. So when you graduated, what was next for you? Where did you head?
Air Force.
Air Force.
Yep.
Okay.
So in 4 years, Air Force, Security Forces, a combat arms instructor.
Okay.
And then came back here and come back to hometown, and I consider this is my home.
This is your home?
This is my home.
Okay.
So, yes.
So how did you, when did the Black Bull come up on your radar? I mean, was it always there, or did it?
You know, a couple of years ago, I'd actually reached out to Rick, the prior owner, and just had some feelers to see if he was interested in selling. And we went back and forth, and just didn't work at the time. And then just happened to be I was back in the town. I have a house here, and I walked in, and it worked out.
Yeah. Okay. So that was what, like 3 months ago? Or?
Yes, that is correct.
So it's funny, like 3 months ago, I'd heard that somebody was buying it, and it was a new owner and stuff like that, and I didn't really notice any change or anything like that, and hadn't been in it a lot.
Right.
So to be honest, having a pregnant wife sort of kept me out of the social scene a little bit. So I've got kind of an excuse. Right. But I heard about that, and then some other people had mentioned everything, and you'd reached out to me via text message and said, hey, come over. So I stopped by, looked at the place, and there were already some changes I didn't even know about, which one of them was the deck, which looks pretty cool. Right. But talk to me about your backgrounds and what you're going to bring to the table. And we're not really talking about anything other than you've made one name change, and that's for the restaurant, right?
Correct. We have a split when you walk in the door. Of course, some people don't know and some people do know that when you walk in the door, you have the left side and the right side. Left side being the lounge, the right side being the restaurant. So since it's not as prominent right now, we are going to make it more of a prominent name
right.
in the community. So we're going to keep the Black Bull as original as the lounge, and then we are going to now present the White Buffalo, which would be the restaurant.
Very cool. Yeah, so today, literally, I've started to talk to some of the Chamber of Commerce and some people talking about, hey, there's a new owner, and they're like, wait, what? There's a new owner? So it was sort of like rumored, but it was sort of like died. We're really going to start to talk about the fact that Black Bull, you're going to be doing some things, and we're going to announce what it is yet. It's just, first off, you're going to do some entertainment things.
Yeah, the first thing I did is come in and assess. I took over an operational business, so I needed to come in and spend a little bit of time, see where our strengths are, see where things that we needed to maybe adjust to make better for back end and front end customer service, food. I mean, there's a lot to go into our industry and the restaurant and lounge industry. So just took me a few months to kind of see where we're at, and then the changes will come soon. I mean, First thing was with the name of how we're going to make it more comfortable for people to come in knowing that it's not associated with the lounge.
Right.
It's a complete separate entity, and it will be the White Buffalo.
Yeah, so the White Buffalo, you're going to be showing up as specials, and we'll be talking about food specials, we'll be talking about entertainment specials, and you can find them all here on the Birdman on the Mountain show. We're going to be talking about that. You're going to be coming on once a month, and we'll talk overall big picture of what's going on. Wanted to bring you in, sort of make the introduction. Hey, awesome to have you as a business owner up here in the White Mountains. That's very cool. I look forward to everything that's going on. Already, during the Sholo days, you had some pretty good entertainment in there. This weekend, who do you have up?
Wild Ride.
Wild Ride.
It's a country and rock band that's coming through. And then next weekend, we have Triple Play playing. And then on the rodeo weekend, we have another, once again, Wild Ride as well.
Okay.
And then we are working on the outside patio, as you've seen when you came by, that we changed it up to where we can also have up to a 3-piece band on there that we're going to start working on, mixing up on days, and especially on holiday weekends and stuff like that, to have more entertainment. So we have a split entertainment from outside and inside.
Right, okay.
So there'll be 2 different options to come in and say, if you it'll be presented on flyers and with your media as well.
Very cool. And then you also talked about the fact that, sports being it's called a sports bar, you're really going to start to dial in on the sports activities and even possibly, some of the stuff that you'd see in pay-per-view or things that everybody sits around the houses do, you'd be able to go to the Black Bull and check it out.
There's a lot of things to come. I mean, we're not going to disclose everything just yet.
Right, exactly.
That's the whole idea, is to present it monthly as we go.
Very cool. So, Charlie Croy, new owner at Black Bull and White Buffalo. Thank you very much. We got another person coming up here, so hang on just a second, and I'll bring you right back to them. Okay, still hanging out here at the pour station in White Mountain Purified water. That's the water makes the coffee great, but that's not really their only secret. Joining me, Mr. Bob Moffitt with White Mountain Hospice Foundation. How are you, sir?
I'm doing fine.
So,
Thanks for having me.
No problem. You just came on board on this foundation, is that right? Or?
Oh, no. I've been president
of
of this foundation for the last 8 years.
Oh, well, okay. Not new.
Not new.
Just a new topic to talk about today.
Yes.
So what we got going on?
Well, let me just give you some background, if you don't mind. The White Mountain Hospice Foundation is a very unique organization that was founded about 15 years ago, 12, 15 years ago, was an organization that was designed, and its mission statement is to help those people that have been diagnosed as terminal, that need assistance to help with their quality of life while they're in their latter days, and also help with families that are going through this very strenuous time and helping them with things that are not normally covered by Medicare or supplemental insurance.
Right.
And so part of our job, of course, is to raise money to help those folks that are going through this crisis situation, going through this life-changing situation. And one of the things that we've had a family by the name of Cohen that for many, many years put on a golf tournament for about 10 years and raised close to $100,000 for us.
Oh, wow.
Over that 10-year period. And so we wanted to continue that tradition. So this year we're having another annual golf tournament, but the Cohens are, although one of the son-in-laws, Ken Hosley, who is the son-in-law for the Cohen family, is the chairman of the organization. We were doing this actually on our own because Ken is on our board of directors.
Right.
So we're having a golf tournament on June the 24th at Silver Creek Golf Course, which is over in White Mountain Lakes area, to fundraise for the White Mountain Hospice Foundation.
Okay.
So there are going to be prizes for first, second, and third place teams, and will be a 4-person scramble with. We'll also have prizes for the longest drive, the longest putt, and also closest to the pin. And then we'll have dinner afterwards, and there will be some auction items there for dinner, as well as some raffle items and some silent auction things for people to help raise our money for the White Mountain Hospice Foundation.
Very cool.
The green fees, it's $85, but it includes golf, a cart, and a goodie bag for every golfer. And so we're expecting between 120 and 150 golfers to play this golf tournament.
Yeah.
So we're working hard to get people there and help us with our fundraising efforts. So to give you kind of give an idea about how it is, we'll sign up at 11 o'clock.
Okay.
And we'll have a shotgun start at 12 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're giving people all from the valley plenty of time to get up here or to take to tee off at noon, and then we'll have dinner afterwards. It'll be a barbecue, pulled pork barbecue afterwards. And those wives or spouses that would like to come and join us afterwards, it's $12 per lunch. But the golfers, it's included. The green fees is included. Their lunch is included in the price.
Very cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, if you want to sign up online, you can go to an organization called eventbrite.com and sign up online using your credit card if you'd like to, or call Ron at 537-2744, 928, of course, if you're out of town. And you can call Ron and put your name on the list for those who, and the team if you want to sign up on, for a telephone call.
Very good. So awesome. So golfers, you know where to go. Go check out the Eventbrite site. Sign up.
Mm-hmm.
Do all that.
Get signed up. Okay.
Help for a great cause.
Okay.
Awesome. Anything else you'd like to mention?
No, I'd just like to say thanks a lot for having me, and
no problem.
Hope to maybe do this on the Pine Top show.
Very cool. Okay. So make sure everybody's checking that out. Go to the website. We'll give you the website details and everything down in the liner notes below. And I've got another person coming up, so hang on just a second, and we'll be right with her. Okay, still hanging out here at the Poor Station, having some coffee, chilling, watching the vehicles go by. Beautiful day. It's summer in the White Mountains. With me now, I've got Miss Marty Jarvey. How are you?
I'm doing good, Enjoying the scene just like you.
Yes.
And hoping that we don't have big fires like
Yeah,
we
no,
had.
I think we had the Slim Fire, which is going on. I think that's going okay. That's more away from us. And then, of course, Camp Tadia had a little fire, but everybody was sort of asking for reports on it. I'm like, well, it wasn't officially a fire because they had to do an incident report on it, and there was no incident report. So the local Timber Mesa Fire handled it, and they know how to do wildfire, so that's good. But it didn't technically become a wildfire, anyways.
We were behind. We were in Winslow a couple of weeks ago, and this guy had a chain, and it was starting fires as we were going to Winslow.
And sometimes
it's like,
people get a little upset with you when you try to point that out to them, but it's a real thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I really wanted to go out there and say, let me cut a hose for you so you could put a hose around your chain, because you started 7 fires going to Holbrook that day.
Wow.
There was big fires. They could have just gone on and on.
So talk to me. Last year you did a thing called a stand down, or it's a different resource thing. It's basically we're efforting toward being a stand down. Is that right?
Yeah, we have to have 2 consecutive years of this Veterans Resource Fair.
Okay.
And then in next year, we can consider it a stand down, officially a stand down. Yeah, and this is where we can start housing a veteran at the night after our day event, and then he gets a breakfast and gets a shower. And
very cool. Okay, so talk to me about what it is overall that you're doing and who it aids.
Overall,
what's going on at the event? Let's put it that way.
Oh, okay. This year we have Veterans Court, a representative coming from our county, and we also have Arizona Coalition for Homelessness.
Right.
Is coming. The director, and he'll be up here 2 days before the event to check out things, which is a plus for us.
That's good.
And then, of course, we have Rusty from Rusty Meat out of Springerville coming to do our barbecue. Mm-hmm. And we have American Legion helping us this year, which is a plus. Mm-hmm. I like that idea. And we have some other things. The taxidermist is going to be coming to display what he does to help veterans to get back into the program. And the Elk Society is going to be there. And there's a lot of... we have dental coming in to check out the teeth, and then they'll refer them to dentist. And I hope that is a continuous thing up here for
One
us.
thing that stood out last year, I don't know why I remember it, is the fly fishing guys. Are they coming back again?
Yes, they are.
Okay, I don't know why. That just seems like that's a really cool thing.
Yeah, and then the gold prospectors are coming because they got 3 guys out of that last year. And when you have, being a vet, I'm not a vet, but just a wife, understanding what PTSD is about, they have somebody that they can rely on. And Healing Waters is taking these guys out with a PTSD day.
Right.
The gold prospectors did the same thing. They took all these guys and took them out just for the day.
Right. Well, a part of that is with PTS is really having something that's a mission and being engaged and having a goal. And sometimes these guys get out, and girls as well, get out of military service, and they have the issue where it's all like, well, what should I be doing? Because you go from that structured do this every day, and having a mission and having a purpose, to sort of just hanging out, and then it's not something that's easy for them to do. So these things are very, very, they seem to an outsider to be something like, well, fly fishing. Let's just go fly fishing. It's not really the fly fishing. It's being engaged with others. Mm-hmm. It's learning a new skill, and it's doing all those kind of things, which are important, isn't it? It
is. And even for the wives, I know when my husband did 3 tours in Vietnam. What does the wives do? We're so structured,
right?
Because they're in the service. Now what does the wives do? We have a hard time adapting to other women because it's all prior military.
Right.
I know what it's like to be on the other side too, not only on the veteran side, but also the wives side.
The wives side. It's cool.
Because, now we have to clean house. We're not base housing now. We don't have an inspection in our house. Now we got to take care of this. you know, and yeah, it's a big step for all of us.
So talk to me, what can people do to help? Are you looking for help or support from the community to support this event?
We're going to have a big yard sale, which will offset our costs because we're going to have T-shirts this year.
Oh, nice.
We're going to have red T-shirts for the volunteers.
And White Mountain Teas are doing those, correct?
White Mountain Teas is right on board on this one. And red ones are for the volunteers, and then blue ones are for the leaders. So if a veteran or somebody needs to know, okay, that person in the blue is going to know how to direct them. And there's going to be some T-shirts for sale to offset the cost for next year.
Very cool. So what color are the T-shirts going to be for sale? They're going to be gray?
I don't know what.
You should do gray, military gray. I'm just saying.
Well, no, maybe that's what we could do, yeah, because he's making a decision for us. Sometimes when I do things, I don't know what other people are because that's their gift.
Right.
I know how to handle veterans in some ways, but in other ways, I don't know about teas. So he's going to get back with me.
When's the yard sale going to be?
The yard sale is this weekend.
This weekend. Okay.
I brought a flyer.
Okay, cool. We'll put up the information on it.
And we're also are going to be giving emergency bags with food.
Oh, cool.
And they could bring food if they want to. I have a list here.
Okay.
What we would like, because we would like to have them all the same.
Cool. And that's going to be Friday and Saturday, correct?
Friday and Saturday, yes.
Awesome. Cool. And it's at, where at? The Whipple Drive, Show Low.
It's at the Masonic Lodge.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I know where that's at.
Yeah.
Easy to find. And if you don't know where the Masonic Lodge is, it's on the Whipple Drive, and it's right next to where the Elks Lodge is as well.
Correct, right.
So it's the next building over.
And they're going to be helping us, too, with some things, too, so that is great, too.
Awesome, cool.
I like networking.
Yes.
I don't like the job all by myself,
So, Marty, anything else you want people to know?
No, just stop by the yard sale and see what you want. And we'll have all this information here so you can maybe put a can in a bag or something, or take it to your church, or take on a mission, because we want to give out 200 bags.
Awesome. Thank you. Hey, okay, that's going to be it for this Community Shout from Sholo here at the Poor Station. I want to remind everybody that you can check out Mountain Talk. Mountain Talk is on every single Monday, and that gives you the rundown of all the shows, events, activities that are happening for the week. The list is listed up there as well, so you can do that on YouTube, you can do it on Facebook, and you can also listen to the podcast as well. We just focus in on the highlights of each week. That's all we do there. You can actually look at the list and get everything listed. If you want to get your events on there, there's a couple ways to do that. You send an email to the White Mountain Water Ice, and we'll give you the email down below here. Also, you can look at the Mountain Talk shows, easiest way to do it. You can contact me directly off of birdman.media, or you can put it up on the Chamber's website by entering in your event on the activities calendar. Very straightforward, very easy, all kinds of ways you can do it. I'm Birdman, and I want to remind you, if I don't see you around town, I'll catch you right here on the web.